Okay, hi guys. Nice to meet you. Welcome to CSE365. You are the Thursday student, right? So did you get a chance to watch the video on Tuesday class? How many of you watched? Okay, no echo. Okay, so today I'd like to brief the first class content on the Tuesday for the on-watchers for that class. And we'll cover the second days of the course, the overview of the cybersecurity. So at first, so introductions, this is the first class contents. I'm Jae-jung Baek, assistant teaching professor. I'm from Yonsei University, South Korea. My research focus like this. So you can get more information when you visit my website, my office hour by 6 p.m. Wednesday. Okay? And the second instructor, so Connor.
Hey everyone, I am Connor. I'm also one of the instructors for this course. If you didn't watch Tuesday's lecture, you're unfortunately already behind. I know it's a little confusing, but this course revolves very much around pwn.college. We'll kind of get into how this course is structured throughout this, but I created pwn.college, so if there's ever any pwn.college specific issues, I'm the person to ask about that. My office hours will be Monday from 11 to noon, and I will be streaming them on Twitch so that anyone can see it remotely. And that will probably wrap up my introduction.
So he will graduate soon. I really expected his sessions regarding the pwn.college platforms. And so, instructor.
Hi. I'm William Alamurthy. I'm also the co-teaching for this course. I graduated previously from ASU. My office hours will be on Monday. My research work focuses on algorithms, graph algorithms, and heuristic metaheuristics, basically applying algorithms for the routing problems. Hope to work with you on this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The Moonland. So we have different specialties. So it's a great frame structure to give you the in-depth analysis. It depends on our specialties. So the TAN stay list like this. So in the recitations, you can read these TAs, usually TAs, we assign 5 or 6 TAs for each recitations. One of the important things you have to gather in the first lecture room, BYAC 260 first. So whatever you take any recitation different room, first gather the visit the first room, BYAC 260. Right? Okay. So if we many students overflow the room, so we will increase the second room and assign the separate TAs to the second rooms. This way, it's more efficient to guide you, help you in one in one rooms. The first. Make sense? Okay. Understand? Make sense? What I said? Okay. Course will be a hybrid. That means you can attend in person and also you can attend remote. Our recommendation. So your major day, like a Tuesday, Thursday, you can attend in person, like today. And then Monday you can attend the live sessions literally on Twitter, Twitch, Twitter. So the currently Twitter, Twitch, the streaming our class. Oh, hi. No. So this camera is very expensive, but not function. Okay, reset. Okay, good job. Yeah, thank you. So this is a sync my motion with camera. So this class we adapt the CTF platforms, CTF competition platforms. So this is the poster DEFCON 27, hosted by our faculties Yang and Adam and Fish, and maybe the corner involved in this competition. So our class similar to these competitions. So the DEFCON 27, DEFCON, this kinds of some the final the well-known prestige competitions. So they invite the finals or winners, the famous CTFs. So they invite here the 6 qualifying CTFs. The winners, they or the nominees or the great teams they invited in these final DEFCON competitions. So 1,200 teams attend, and finally only 60 teams invite these competitions. So this layout shows of the DEFCON challenge program. So I'm not sure you can see these details. So you can see the categories and then the name of the challenges, and you can see the points, 100 points, 110 points. So that depends on the complexity or difficulty of the problems and how many teams or individuals solve these challenges. Yeah. So in this way, our the class, the design with the same the philosophy, layout. So this is the ranking board. So when you visit our college's dojos, when you click the grade, so you can see your grade, how many challenges you solved, and you can. So do we have some general ranking, Connor?
Yeah, there's a rank.
Yeah. So we have general ranking. So if you want show off your ability, so you can do that in our class. So how many get the points and who is the top and the bottom. So this is the way to motivate, encourage the teams, solve the issues, solve the challenges. As I said, only DEFCON 27 invite 16 teams from the around the world, the CTFs. So it shows the real the competitions scenes. Okay. So yeah, DEFCON organizers they distribute the Xbox to each teams and make them the craft some challenges within the Xbox and then play the games with their cracked version. So like this, yeah, the CTI they motivate the creative environment or the skills, any the competitions. Okay. Okay, so why? What are kinds of things they do in the CTF? Yes, they hack iOS apps using some chat app, like a chat telegrams and deep learning models, also Lisp machines. Do you know what is a Lisp? Okay, parallel linkages, and the hack custom Dune learning experts that I showed the previous slide, and people less than shellcode. Yes, so this is the outcomes of that from CTF. So as you see, they show the service milestones when it started, who is the first attacked. In that case, the Hicon blink lists, team names, and the how many round progresses. Yes, so and total point who get how many point they get like that. So you can see here. So live attack and defense CTF. So there are major two types of the CTFs. One is the Jeopardy, and another one is the like attack and defense CTF. So in Jeopardy, you have to get the flag of the challenges. The first screen, I showed there is some training, the cadet training programs in DEFCON, right? Yeah, they assign some challenges based on some categories of the cybersecurity, and then if you solve that challenges, you got the point. That is the Jeopardy based the CTF. In the final of the DEFCON, they use the cam. Okay, maybe hacked. 1, 2, 3. Okay. In the finals, they perform. The rule is attack and defense. They have to take the other team's flags. So that's a real cyber war, like a battle. So that's a very so exciting and interesting the directions. In our class, we adopt the Jeopardy, the CTF method. So we have 9 modules that based on the cybersecurity the theme topics. So when you solve that the module, the challenges, so you got the point. So that is the counted to the final grade. Okay. Yeah, it's a category of the score, the attack and defense, and the king of a hill, and finally the 973 score. That is the winner's score, like this. Yeah, this is the whole the outlines of the CTF method. Again, our class designed based on these kinds of culture or culture and some mechanism. Okay, so winner, so our faculties. Okay, there's a consent process, CTF. So as a positive aspect, you can learn practical skill set and problem solving abilities because you are solving by yourself, and you learned in a self-driven method. So you can also get some good friends or colleagues, classmates, to discuss some unfamiliar skills, or you are not major some part of the computer science, like a network or cryptography or whatever. So you can talk with your friend, with a classmate, and assist to solve the challenge. But don't share the flags or any some key knowledges to get the flag. Okay, and you can learn ethical hackings, adaptability, so you can you can be equipped with I can solve this challenge with some creative way, a new way, so you can adapt the new challenges. Okay, and career opportunities. So pen tester, so very promising jobs. So you can apply for that jobs with this basic experience. What is the negative aspect? Time consuming. So when you're in the stuck in some specific challenges, maybe yeah, you have to stay overnight, maybe, and so that is some pressure on your psychology. And uneven playing field. So how many of you major computer science? Yeah. Who is not a non-CS student? Yeah. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned. So that are not good. Maybe not fit for this class, because this class we recast a lot of the prerequisite knowledge related to the computer science, network, OS, architecture, assembly from language. So you have more. You have to spend a lot of time for the unfamiliar knowledge. Okay, so we can help you, but don't worry. So, and niche focus, what's the meaning? So narrow scope. So each challenge cannot cover everything in that the learning categories. So some topics we missed, or we cannot cover some major part due to the current challenges. So anyway, give and take. So that's the negative aspect. Okay, and the potential unethical use. Maybe you can get confidence. Oh, I can hack something. So you like to apply that in some the real systems, the ASU network, your home network, your community network. But don't try to that. Never, never, never. So we teach the ethical hacking. So please keep in mind, don't utilize the skills learned from this class to other network or environment systems or domains. Okay, promise. So security programs at ASU. So we are the ranking 15 in US for the last 10 years, based on the one area of computer security. So you can visit this website. You can see why we are number 15 in the US. So we have, as I said, our faculties, they are hosting the very world prestigious CTF. That means our faculties are very famous in this area, in this domain. So that's the current status of the ASU. Okay, and maybe you know. So do you know the NSF CTF, SFS scholarship? You know. So if you are U.S. citizens, and if you have the GPA more than 3.25, you can apply for these scholarships. You can get full-time tuitions and 25,000 for academic stipend. So you can contact Stephen Yao, and Gail Jun, the professors. Okay. Syllabus moved to the College website. Okay. So when you visit the dojo and can see the course is the syllabus. So lecture note and videos posted on this syllabus. Okay, so you can access the today's lecture note and the first day lecture note. You can watch the videos. Okay, so this is the module schedule. So January 11. So the module 1, Talking Web, will be open today, right? After class maybe. Okay. So we don't have a content web security today. So this is just for the early starter. If you want to solve the challenges, you can start now. But the web security, the class will be covered on next Wednesday. Okay. So this is the start date today, and due date is January 22nd. So in the Discord, I shared the calendar, so you can import this calendar on your Google or iCalendar, and you can keep that due date. Okay. Any questions regarding the course structure and the syllabus?
Not related to that, but are we gonna all go over some Linux setup today?
Linux?
Because there's some sort of setup for Linux we have to do, right?
Yes. So did you get the emails from Connor?
So again,
Did you get the emails from Connor? How to set up the account in the dojo?
no, I did that already, but there's
Yeah.
regarding Linux you have to set up.
Yeah, you have to set up to start the modules. So you need to Connor to edit.
Yeah, can you clarify? What do you mean you need to set up Linux?
You only
So I guess to clarify, everything will be done on the pwn.college website, and you already have access to a full Linux environment. You don't need to set up
Yes.
Linux. I mean, you can set it up if you would like to, but there is no requirement for setting up Linux. You can do everything in your web browser this entire course if you wanted to. Yeah.
I found the one website last semester. I kind of already did like a bunch of those.
Yeah.
I saw the tests were over, so have they already got the course ready?
If you've already if you complete challenges early and we end up using those again, then you've already solved them. Yeah, but there's no guarantees for future modules we might change things, etc. Is there another question about? Yeah. No, I think we're getting there though.
So challenge modules are everything for the grades. So you can access now the Talking apps. So when you click the so there's some helpful resource, and so you can start the level 1. So also there is the previous semester's lectures, the project made by Connor, and you can start start and wait for the messages. Yeah, and you can start to click the workspace. So they in case you can make the new terminal. So the workspace based on the VS Code. So you can make the challenge. You can make you can get the Linux shell virtually. So you can show the challenge by type like this /challenge and run. Yeah, that's the ask the questions for the challenge one. In this way, you have to interpret what does mean of these questions, and then try to capture the flag of this. Okay. So I will talk more in details on Wednesday. Okay. This is the basic way to the solving challenges, and now I change the overview. Okay. Okay. Yes. Oh. Okay. Okay. What is the title of this class? I can hear you. Information assurance, right? Have you ever heard the terms before this class? Insurance, maybe car insurance, home insurance. Insurance, yeah, frequently we use. But information assurance, maybe you didn't read those kinds of like articles or the data materials. Anyway, information assurance. So the kinds of cybersecurity related terms. So to understand what is the information assurance, I like to cover some conceptual content today. With starting, what is the example of cybercrimes? So have you ever heard copyright violations? So copy and paste everything. Don't post the lecture notes or contents like some website, commercial website. That's the violations of copyright. And software privacy, intellectual property theft, like a child pornography, ransomware, cryptojacking, mining, phishing, farming, spamming, swatting. What is swatting? Yep.
It's basically finding streamers' personal address and calling like on
Yeah, calls or reporting to the police officer, FBI, right? Fire and fighters. Yeah. You know the SWAT team in police? So you call the SWAT because you want to see them. But there's no reason why they come. Identity theft, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, cyber terrorism. What is a cyber squirting? What is cyber squirting? Or type of squirting? If you want to visit the site google.com, but there is a google.com. Yeah, so you can register the domain names very similar. Only one minor the differences with the real names like Amazon.com or eBay.com, right? Why? Sometimes people type the mistakenly like that, so they can visit their site and they recognize, accept that site is a genuine site. What is doxing? Yeah. Yes. So without permission of the owner, you can talk, you can explore, you can disclose. So that is the doxing. I brought this report issued by FBI, the IC3. So this is the ranking from the based on the count of victims 2022. What is the number one? The phishing, right? What is the phishing? Have you ever experienced phishing? Yep.
It's a form of social engineering to try
Right.
to target someone to get information from them that they normally shouldn't get.
Yes. So phishing use the human perceptions, right? So human very easily to trust something or someone. If this guy just like we have some same the common factors like schools or the hometowns or anything. The people, prefer that kind of preference based on their common things, or so the scams or other any the phishing skills. Yeah, they are targeting the human perceptions or their trusting the systems very easily. So here, what is the SIM swap? Things. What is the swap? SIM swap. Yeah.
When you swap a SIM card in to compromise someone's phone, so
Yeah.
you get access to all their authentications.
Yeah. One of my friends, he really had this experience. Sometimes he lost his phone number. So someone take his phone number by compromising his SIM informations. What is a SIM? There's a small chips on our cell phones. It has the identity, the subscribe identity of the mobile carrier, right? So when you leak, when you lost that identity to others, yes, your mobile subscriptions cannot be leaked anymore. What is the BEC? BEC. Anyone knows BEC? Back. Oh, I'm back. Back is business email compromise. That's a very the usual way to advance the attack. So the attacker usually they collect the privacy information from the employee of some company, right? And then they pretend to be an employer of the company, and then they compromise the email system of the some specific individuals or the groups, and then they can make the trust chain with the victims. Yeah, that is the back attacks. This chart shows the who is the major victims based on age groups, right? Yeah, over the 60, the seniors, they are the major target of the phishing. Yeah, this is only for the phishing. They lost a lot of money, 3 billions, only 2022, right? So, which group belongs to you? Which groups you belong to? 20 and 29, right? Okay, so you got a lot of attacks, phishing attacks, but you didn't lose your money like the seniors or any other age groups. That means so you have no money on your bank, right? Do you agree? Anyone experience the phishing? Yes. Did you lose your money? Did you lose your money? No. Comment? Yes. So the financial damage anyway. So we have to take care of our family, our parents. Okay. So you need to talk with them. You have to be careful for the phishing or phishing and any other scams on the cyberspace. So why you have to learn information assurance? Why you take this course? for grades, right? So as a definitions of information assurance, so information is a data, right? Some organized and structured data to give some information, the meaningful information. So assurance is the practice of ensuring the data is not modified, not leaked, not lost, right? So including cyberspace and the physical space. So to that, in information assurance, we should leverage the technology of the cyber security. So the range of the practice is to manage and protect data, ensuring the information not just secure and but also the reliable and retrievable in the original forms. So assuring the data is well stored, well maintained, and that's a genuine, that is not modified, right? So how to provide that kind of service? So to do that, the information assurance is essential. Different terms, yes, cybersecurity is very similar to the information assurance, doesn't it? What is that? Cybersecurity is more focused on some technology stuff. Like, so here, protecting technology like the defending from unauthorized access or any attacks or damages, right? But cybersecurity include the physical damages. Do you think cybersecurity includes physical damages? So what is the prefix of the cybersecurity? Prefix of the cybersecurity. So cyber, right? So cybersecurity focuses on the cyberspace protections and damages. But information assurance, that's an overall, like a holistic approach to get a security. Okay, so IA is more broader than cybersecurity, and actually use the cybersecurity technology to get the efficient security strengths. Okay, that's a difference between the IA and cybersecurity. So I'd like to introduce the components of cybersecurity. Do you know what is the component of the cybersecurity? Yes, there are three pillars. First one, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So we call that the CIA triads. Why we need to understand these three components or principles, or sometimes we call the goals of cybersecurity. Goals of cybersecurity, principles of cybersecurity, components of cybersecurity. Why we need to understand? So the principles give us the insight, how to analyze, how to detect, how to implement the attribute of the cybersecurity, right? So what is the confidentiality? Yeah, it regarding the disclosing of some informations. Okay, and what is the integrity rate? So consistency, accuracy, and trustworthiness. That makes sense? So this data is not modified, manipulated by anyone. So nobody can modify this data without legitimate permissions. So that is the properties, the definitions of integrity. The last one, availability. Availability. when you want, you can use that service. So that's the availability, right? This here I can some examples. So the first paragraph, what is talking about? That you should not come to know the scores of your classmate. What is talking about? From the triads of cybersecurity. C, yes. Confidentiality. What is the second one? Not able to change. Change. Okay, too easy, right? Yeah, integrity. So back to the first one. So how to provide confidentiality normally? We use how to hide your contents in the letter. We use envelope, right? In the cybersecurity, what is the envelope of the data? Have you ever heard cryptography? Yes, the encryptions and decryptions give us the confidentiality normally, and this integrity. How to provide integrity in cybersecurity? Have you heard hash functions or message digest? Right? Not hashtag, hash functions. So they produce the value of the data to be identified. This is the unique. Nobody can produce this value. So this data produced only in this data, right? That's the way the blockchain technology, yeah, the hash functions are the core factor in the blockchains. Like that, integrity is very important in the cyberspace, in the cybersecurity. The last one, you should always be able to view. What is that? Availability, right? In top of addition to that, three triads, there's two more the essential components. The one is authenticity. What is that? Authenticity. Who you are, and are you real? Are you genuine? Or in network, the source, sender, and destination, the receiver, they are the real users, like that. So authenticity gives us the genuinity of some data and informations. The last one is non-repudiation. What is that? I don't like my neighbor's food and I like to order 100 pizzas for them. I don't care the payment. So somebody asked me, did you order? No, I didn't order. Do you have any evidence for that? For that? You insist? So non-repudiations. When you send some mail to somebody, he got your emails. So you cannot insist, I didn't send the mails like this. Okay? So that's regarding the assurance. Someone cannot deny what he did. That's related to the non-repudiations. Okay? So in this example, you should not pretend as TA to send email to your classmate. What is talking about? Authenticity, and last one, they cannot pretend to send emails. He did not send emails, so non-repudiations. Okay? Other terms, threat. What is threat? What is threat? There's a 4 categories of the threats. Threat is potential risk, right? Nobody can, that's not happened yet, but potentially it will be happen if you don't have a proper countermeasure or solutions. There's 4 categories of threats. So first one, disclosure. like unauthorized access to some confidential information, and deceptions. So misleading or deceiving users or systems to compromise systems. Third one, disruptions, interrupt the service. Last one, usurpations, legitimately seizing or taking the control of systems, right? So these are the list of the common threats. So from the four categories of the threat, the snooping is for, what do you think? The snooping is belong to one of the four categories threat. What categories of the threat for the snooping or wiretapping? Yeah.
Listening in to send and receive signals you're not supposed to.
Mm-hmm. So that, do you think that's the disclosure or deceptions or disruption or usurpations? Snooping.
Sorry, can you say again?
So yeah, here's the four categories, right? So
Disclosure.
yeah, disclosure, right? Yes, wiretappings. And modification and alterations. The man-in-the-middle attack, I pretend that I am your server, I'm your partners. So what is the threat categories of the man-in-the-middle attack? Alterations. I'm your dad, I'm your friends. So that is a deceptions, right? Do you agree? So one, masquerading and spoofing. Yeah, that's also deceptions. What is the repudiations? What is the denial of receipt? What is the delay? Intentionally slow down the systems. There's disruptions, right? And denial of service. It's kinds of disobedience or disruptions, right? So the categories are sometimes combined and redundant. In a way, when you understand the categories of threats, so you can analyze the potential risk of any systems, of any environment, physically or virtually. Okay. How to defend against a threat? So we can set up the security policy and also implement the security mechanism. What's the difference between policy and mechanism? So policy, that's a kind of a set of rules. So let's define what kinds of policy we need to prevent or block or detect that threat, right? So for example, access control policy. Okay. So you can access your properties, but others cannot access your properties like that. And incident response policy, when you have a cybersecurity incident, how to report this incident to whom or to where. So we can set up that policy regarding that instant response. So mechanism is a technical implementations of the security policy, right? So security policy has like regulations or compliance or limitations to achieve the goal of cybersecurity in the specific organizations. Either to that, so the document that doesn't work in the real world, right? How to enforce that policy to the employers or the corresponding person. So in the mechanisms, we can here, for example, firewalls. So we can allow or deny from the outside the traffics or the encryption. We can use encryption algorithm, AES or RSA, is something like that. So the police, based on the policies, so we can decide how to implement it as a mechanism of cybersecurity. MFA. So ASU use two-factor authentication to log on my ASU, right? So that kind of security mechanism based on the security policy, the dual authentications. Make sense? Okay. Okay. So that's one examples. Let's talk one examples. The system. Let's see. We want depend one house. So what should be prioritized? The threat, police, fee, and mechanisms. What do you think?
Freaking.
So what is the what should be prioritized from among the security related tasks like threats? So you in order to defend your home, your house. So what do you want to set up or analyze first from the threat or policy and mechanism? What do you want first? Yeah.
You want to make sure that unauthorized people have in your house.
So my questions. So that is kind of the some vulnerabilities in the home or like some attack scenarios, right? So I want to defend my home. So what I have to do first? So do I have to set up a policy first, like that? Yes.
I need to know all the ways to get hacked, how people break in.
So what do you call that attacks? The potential attack, right? Yeah, threat. So you have to understand what is the threat in my home, to my home, right? So you have to understand the threat. In order to the threat, you have to understand the component principles of cybersecurity. What is that? Triad, CIA, right? So what do you want defend of your home in terms of CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, right? And then based on that, we can set up some policies. The door should be locked after 6 p.m. and open at 8 a.m. like that. That's a policy. And then we can implement the mechanism using the security systems like that's like some physical cybersecurity systems, but anyway, like a garage door open systems with based on the policies, right? In that way, so the first we have to understand threat and set up a policy and then implement the mechanism. So that is the flow, the normal flow to some defend, protect something from the attacks, right? Okay, there's three goals of the security policy. So when you after understanding this the threat, we have to set up the security goals, right? So there's a guidelines with these three goals. First one, preventions. Second one, detections, and recovery. What is the prevention? Prevention, that's your ideal story, ideal case, right? If we prevent the threat in advance, that's very nice. So that's the reason why ASU use MFA for authentications to authenticate the student and staff of university, or to prevent installing the security software to verify the security, your password patterns. So when you type, when you set the very easy password like 12345, the system alarm that's not allowed in your, as your password like that. You need to set up more strong password. So like that, that can be prevented. That can prevent some threat, right? What about the detections? Detections identify the threat or the breach. So detections can be happen before and during and after the incident. Here's a monitoring. So do you know the IDS, intrusion detection system? IDS or virus vaccine software. They detect the malware or the exploit or any misbehavior of the users. So that is the detections. They're using the tools. Last one, recovery. So restoring normal operations after got hacked, compromised. So in the case, you have to restore the lost data. So when you set up a policy based on these three goals, so you can write down the policy. Oh, to prevent certain threat, I have to install the security cam. Right? What about your car? If you want, actually, I got the car accident 2 years ago. Fortunately, I installed the dash cam, so I can the win and the compensation is 100%. So like that, if you want to defend yourself, your home, and your systems, you can install something in advance to prevent, right? So you can write down your goals, two functions of the prevention, okay, in terms of preventions, and also detections. What do you want to detect? How long you want to detect, right? Like that, the set up the goals can be the helpful with these goals. How to define the policies? We can use natural languages and mathematics. Also, the specific police languages. Natural languages that's ideal, right? The plain, understand everyone can understand the meaning of the policies. Like door is open, the door is closed, or allow or deny. That is the normal terms in the access control. So then natural languages can assist the operator or user or manager to use that policies easily and correctly. The mathematics, the encryption algorithm, also they can be used as a definition method of police or the security policies. Sometimes we build a model to verify the soundness of the mechanisms. In the case, so we can get very strong validations of that policy. Okay, so the specific policy languages in the research area are still ongoing. So like X, I didn't forget the names of the languages. It's kinds of XML languages. X. So anyway, this can just give us some information to define the policies. How to assure the correctness of the security policy. Okay, so in the previous example, the home, depending home, how can we assure the policy is correct? Okay. So on top of that, we can implement the police as a mechanism, right? So validation and test or verification process should be required to get the correctness of the policy. So this content, it may be some. So from this contents, maybe give you some boring knowledge, but in terms of the information assurance, this is the old process to gives you the assurance of the information assurance. Okay, so we need to check the correctness of the police by the test or the validations process. Okay, so trust. Who do we trust? So based on the credentials or some legitimate mechanisms, though we can trust, we can gives we can give the trust based on the credentials. As I said, mechanisms. You can think aspect of the technical and procedural. So mechanism can be firewalls and encryption algorithms or access control systems, intrusion IDS, intrusion detection systems, right? Or the antivirus software, we call that the vaccine. And procedure way, procedure is very important because if the procedure is not sound, there is some contaminate in the procedure, so we cannot confirm, we cannot assure the whole mechanism or whole policies is correct. We cannot assure that, right? So in procedural aspect, the process, policies, and guidelines that so important in the mechanisms. Okay. For example, user authentication and instant response, data classification, and access management. Okay, that's an example of procedural mechanism. Okay, how can I measure the effectiveness of that mechanism? So we can get the security product from the third-party company, like a vaccine or a firewall or any other things. But how to measure that the degree of the quality of the product? Okay, these three aspects give us that measurement. First, secure. Second, precise. Third one, broad. The mechanism should provide the right protections and preventing threat. Yeah, we can call that the security, right? So, or in the cryptography, we call that entropy. Okay. So we can measure the security, the level of protections. Second one, precise. So precise regarding the target specific threat without any unnecessary disruptions. Yeah, if I I want it to this part of the protections, so the mechanism is focused on that specific part or sections I want it. So accurately, they should target that goals of the mechanisms. Okay. Last one, broad. So effectiveness should extend wide range of potential security risks. Not only one, it can address the various types of threats, like scalability. Okay, So if the mechanism has these three aspects, the if you implement the security mechanism based on these three aspects, yeah, that can be a great security mechanisms. Okay. Okay, we back to the terms assurance. So assurance is regarding how much you can trust the systems. What you can say? How can you say? How can this be quantified? What it means quantified? You can count numbers 10, 20, 100, right? So based on the numeric measurement outcomes, so we can say, oh, this mechanism can, this mechanism assure the 100% or 200% of the goals of the mechanisms. Like that, the assurance, so regarding assurance gives the confidence of that product, right? So what does it depend on? Specifications. What is specifications? Specifications. So specification, yeah, functions, features, behaviors, or security requirement, that is specifications. So based on these specifications, we can check or test the functions of the of the mechanism. So after that, we can assure, oh, this product or these systems can be verified, can be can be used for our purpose, our goals. So how to define? So documentation, diagrams, or any descriptions, so you can define the specifications. Design. So how to design? Yeah, based on the specification, you should design. So the design satisfy the specifications. How to prove this? Yes, we have to perform the testing and validations. In the stage of implementations, does implementation satisfy the design? How to prove this? So we can, again, the test and code reviews and quality of assurance process. Through these kinds of steps, so we can assure this implementation satisfies the design and specifications. Lastly, deployment, configuration, operations. What is the deployment? The install the product in the real field, in your home, in your device, in your the working place. So, and how to test the configuration is right and set up properly. So those are the checking list to get the assurance, the information assurance. Okay. The cost is the best, very critical factor in the everywhere, right? The cost benefit analysis that gave us the priority and strategy. What is the first? What is the least? So what factors to consider to get the proper, the decent, appropriate mechanism or systems? Yeah, we have to consider the cost, effectiveness, right? And a risk analysis. So information assurance. What is the difference between information assurance and cybersecurity? So information assurance leverage the cybersecurity technology, right? So those kinds of manage the cybersecurity. So risk analysis, they're very special in the information assurance. So in the this risk analysis, or we call that risk management, in that steps. So we can, like example of the depending home. So we can start the analysis again, like these questions: what threat does it face, and what are the consequences if we got attacked? So based on these questions, so we can define the solutions or scenarios or the response, the procedures, right? So they can be the criticals when they got that when they face that kinds of instance. Okay. Law and customs. So there are a lot of regulations like a HIPAA in medical domains. So you have to keep that compliance. Also the regulations. So those also are very associated with information assurance. Actually, in government, they have to follow government agencies or any institutions. They have to follow the compliance of the government. In the case, yeah, they have to install based on those regulations or compliance. So you need to consider those laws or customs in each specific organizations. Lastly, yeah, human issue. Who is responsible for security in organizations? How much budget do they have? How much organizational power? So, in the early age of the internet, many the users or the stakeholders of the internet, they do not concern. They don't concern the cyber security. So the system admin, they got your job. Oh, you have to work as a the security manager. Also at the same time. So like that, they assign the two jobs to the one person. So that's a very horrible in that time. So after some instance, the cybersecurity instance, yeah, they regret why they didn't have any expert for the cybersecurity. Like that, the human is very important in the cybersecurity. So like you, so through this course, you're gonna be the leaders in the U.S. or in your country as a cybersecurity expert. Okay, these are all things in the information assurance. So, any questions? Okay, that's a
That question I had earlier about Linux in the syllabus, it says modules here.
yeah.
So I understand that we don't have to necessarily download anything Linux related, but it says that it recommends we get practice using the Linux command line through this website.
Yes.
Is that sort of old information? Or does it still
I mean,
because I know
yeah. So this is just the paper the module offer. You can exercise with this website via other the wire over the wires. That is the hacking website, the hacking practice website. You can practice. You can have a practice on the website, and you can learn how to use the Linux systems. So that's
like will the information we gain from this help us in our dojo environment?